Well,
trouble. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. All right, guys, here we go. This is game 3. We are playing on, this is Saturday morning, November the 2nd, I believe.
Under the lights.
Under the lights. It was very dark at the field when we got here this morning to warm up. Oh, and that's a ball past the catcher.
Boy,
Harlan Fuller is moving quick on the bases.
He ate his breakfast this morning.
Extra protein.
Yeah.
So
we need to eat whatever he ate.
We're a little late getting started with the broadcast, but Harlan Fuller led us off with a base hit to right, and the right fielder bobbled it. And Harlan was on his toes, moved to second with the bobble in the field. Then we had Campbell Tillman up batting second. He popped it up, and it was actually caught. It was right on top of the catcher's head, but the catcher couldn't find it, trying to get his mask off, and the pitcher came rushing to the home plate and actually made the catch for the first out. So we have one out. Harlan Fuller at third base in scoring position, and Nate Malone up to bat with one out. And a strike on the outside.
So I guess that was 3-0.
I think he does have one. I think it's a full count. I believe it may be a full count here. I thought he fouled one off. Let's see. And that's ball 4. We'll have runners on the corners for Land Sharpless, who swung a very hot bat yesterday. Land will be playing third base again for us today. Our lineup will be Harlan in left, Campbell in right, Nate in center, Land at third, Bryant at short, Tripp on the mound pitching, Evan Cox at second, CJ Terry is our extra hitter, AJ Kramer at first base, and then Costa Mahan behind the plate catching. We have a throw over to first. Pretty good move there by the pitcher, but Nate got down the line, got back to the bag safely. This is game 3 of pool play, as the Northeast coach calls time to go talk to his catcher with this situation here early in the game with one out, runners on the corners. This Northeast team is comprised of players from both the state of New York and the state of New Jersey combined. So it is a regional team with a multi-state team, much like the Great Lakes team that we played yesterday that was comprised of 4 different states. So you'll see a little bit of that at this tournament, where you'll have some states that join together with the best players from those states, but then you'll have many states like Alabama that just choose from Alabama. There are approximately 40 different states represented here at the games, including Puerto Rico. Looks like Land's squaring to bunt. Don't know if he actually intends to bunt, but just giving the look. Really good move there over to first. Made it really close on Nate. Pickoff move. And Land squares to bunt again, but the pitch is taken up high. Expecting Nate to try and steal second here at any moment. Get 2 runners in scoring position. Nate gets a good lead over at first, and he is moving and lands sharply, hits ground ball down the third base line, almost hitting Harlem. Harlem was able to dodge the bullet. The ball was foul. So Nate was running there, and Land was swinging away. A little bit of a hit and run action there. That could have stayed fair inside the bag. It would have been really, really nice. Let's see if Nate is moving again. He's back to the bag with just a easy throw over. First baseman going to talk to his pitcher. About the 5th time they've thrown over to first. They are respecting the speed that we have on the bases. And their Land hits a soft dribbler to second base that will plate a run. Some RBI for Land Sharpless. Moves Nate over to second base. It was a slow roller, no opportunity for a double play there. So now we have Bryant Wisdom batting in the 5 hole. The runner at second base. And we have 2 outs. We have our pitcher, Trip Morris, on deck. That's a ball off the plate. 1-0 count with 2 outs for Team Alabama here early in the top of the first, up 1-0.
We will take that RBI, won't we?
Absolutely.
Wasn't the prettiest, but ground ball other way.
Well, it was very effective.
Get down.
And just foul. Bryant absolutely rips the ball down the left field line, just outside the bag. Would have been an extra base hit had it stayed just a little bit inside. Got a little bit of chalk down there. But it's a game of inches, Brad. I mean, just here or there, one way or the other can make a huge difference in a ball game. And Nate is moving, and it picked a great pitch to run on. That ball was way outside. The catcher dove for it. I tell you what, that catcher probably saved the run, because if he doesn't glove that, Nate was running on the pitch, he probably would have kept. He never would have stopped at third base. I think there would have been a play at home.
Yeah,
he'd have come all the way home. With as big as the backstops are here at Premier Baseball Park in Texas. And there's a pitch way up high. Should be a 3-1 count here for Bryant Wisdom. Coach Miller's kind of changed the lineup around a little bit. Bryant led us off in both games yesterday, which were both wins. Now Bryant's in the 5 hole, and he swings and misses there. To take us to a full count.
An unusual swinging miss right there.
Right. This Northeast team went 1-1 yesterday. They had a win over Great Lakes, and then lost a really good game last night to California National. So Bryant gets the walk there to first base. Really good job being disciplined at the plate, not chasing any of the bad pitches, taking his walk, getting us another batter to the plate. Here's Trip Morris, who had a really good day yesterday, is our starting pitcher today. He was our player of the game in the second game yesterday. Had a really good day at the plate. Let's see if he can add to this early lead for Team Alabama. And, I tell you what, that was a close pitch. I think the umpire said it was a little low. Trip is
he's got
tall.
a little height on him.
Yeah, he's a tall individual. So there were some surprised faces and comments from both sides of the field right there on that missed call. And there's one sharply fouled straight back.
Good swing. Very good swing.
We have a 1-1 count with Bryant Wisdom at first, Nate Malone at third. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Runners will be moving on contact. really like to see if we get Bryant over to second base.
We scored a lot of runs with 2 outs yesterday. Let's keep that going right here.
It's a great thing. Bryant gets back, and Nate Malone takes home plate. They allowed that pitcher to throw it over the first base one too many times, and Nate was on his toes, ready to take the home plate and take that run.
I mean,
that is heads-up baseball right there, that is speed.
You know, select fest player right there.
Fantastic play by Nate Malone right there. Now it looks like Bryant Wisdom is running, and he is going to be safe with a stolen base at second base. So already here early in this game, Team Alabama has demonstrated the speed that they have on the base paths and the awareness that they have, the heads-up baseball. Just a fantastic job there by both Bryant and Nate as Alabama takes the early lead 2-0, still batting here in the top of the first inning. And there's a ball lifted way foul. It's going to land right in the middle of field 4, which there's a game going on there too. Ball landed squarely in the middle of the infield as pitcher on field 4 was delivering a pitch. It can be very distracting. You just try and keep on playing ball. Bryant gets his lead at second base. And Tripp hits one, but second baseman makes a nice play.
He did make a good play.
To retire to his backhand side. And Tripp hit that ball very sharp.
He did.
Did retire the inning there.
We had Evan Cox on deck, so that's a good leadoff going into the second.
Very true.
For sure.
There are not many players on Team Alabama that are not pretty good leadoffs.
Yeah, I know.
But Team Alabama has a very successful first inning. We were a little concerned about arriving to the field in the dark and not having batting cages to hit in this morning, and so the boys kind of did some swinging by the field, hit some heavy balls, and I believe Brad Sharpless went and bought us a pop-up net to hit a few balls into. So that they obviously are swinging the bats well already this morning.
Yeah.
And the move by Coach Miller, moving Harlem there into the leadoff spot,
that worked.
It did. So his moves have already worked and produced 2 runs early in this ball game. That's
why coaches. I mean, hey, sometimes
that's why they get the big bucks.
Well, that's why they get the big bucks. And sometimes you move guys around and things happen.
Yep. So we have Tripp Morris, number 27, pitching on the mound. We talked to him yesterday after he won his Player of the Game award after Game 2, and I asked him. He had played first base and shortstop during the game. And I said, "Which one's your favorite position?" Neither of those. He said, "Pitching's my favorite."
Yep.
So this is where he is today. He's pitching on the mound, and so he's in his favorite spot where he's comfortable and likes to attack batters. I've only seen Tripp pitch maybe an inning in it was a travel ball tryout type venue, and so I've never actually watched Tripp pitch in a game. So I'm looking forward to seeing him here today pitch. Got Costa Mahan
here
behind the plate. Just threw
I just noticed that
nice dart down to second base. It's actually been a little bit since Costin's caught behind the plate.
He can catch too. He is very comfortable back there.
All right, Northeast leads us off here in the bottom of the first. Team Alabama up 2-0 early in this game. Got Tripp Morris going to work with a really nice strike. He has a really nice, smooth delivery. Tell you what.
Looked really, really good.
And
he didn't give the other team that good.
Ball too low. So we have a 1-1 count. The leadoff batter here for Northeast. And sharply hit, just over. And we may have a play. And we do! Outstanding play there Yes, sir. That is Campbell Tillman, as we know, has a strong arm and is super fast. Got to that line drive and threw the leadoff runner, leadoff batter out at first base. Guys, that is a absolutely fantastic baseball play, but it's a headsy play by not only Campbell, but also A.J. Kramer at first base to be expecting that throw.
Yes.
A lot of times the first baseman gives up on that play.
That's right.
Yeah, ball one.
Typically, as these kids get older, that play becomes less and less.
Right.
But Campbell's at perfect depth.
He caught it off the one hop and never hesitated and had a bang-bang throw at first base to get that out. And you never know when a play like that, even though it's early in the game, can make a difference in a ball game.
And that's a change, too. Campbell yesterday was at second. Today we've got Evan Cox.
Correct.
And Campbell's in right, and that worked out.
It really did. And there's a short ground ball. And we got to play it. Just slides in safe. Just slides in safe to second base. Sharply hit ball down the right first baseline. Campbell got to it very quickly and came up, made a strong throw to second. Looks like the runner slid in a little awkward and might have hurt his wrist, but he's going to stay in the ball game. And so right there, we already see that the play that Campbell made on the leadoff batter made a difference, because that leadoff batter would have at least been to probably third base. So could have had runners at second and third, no outs, but now we have runner at second base, 1 out. So this Northeast team has come out and shown that they can swing a bat very early in this game. And there's a ball lifted into foul territory. Land Sharpless makes his way over, and it's just out of his reach over the fence. Thought that ball was going to stay in play and he'd have a chance at it.
I did too. We were playing in Hoover last weekend, and remember that little area is a little bit bigger.
Yep. Lamb made a play very similar to that.
Same ball, really.
Really was. Made a catch right on the fence line over in Hoover, although it wasn't as lit up as it is here today. And there's a pitch inside. Costin's able to snag, not let it get by him.
Yeah, this team can hit.
Just missed outside corner. Tripp really wanted that.
I wanted that too.
Strike, everybody wanted it.
That's looked like a perfect pitch to me.
We do hear some cheers from other fields going on. There are games taking place on every field. This ball is lifted into left center, but it looks like Nate Malone is there to call off our left fielder, Harlem, and makes that catch for out number 2.
I mean, man, the speed situation again today in the outfield is crazy.
Yes. It's where fly balls go to die with that kind of speed. You got Campbell Tillman, Nate Malone, Harlem Fuller. Those 3 guys can absolutely, all 3 of those guys can play center field on any team. And here you go. Get it. Oh my gosh. Ball got away. Ball carried away off of Costin Mahan's glove, and then he made a little bit of an errant throw falling down to third base. Had a possibility to throw that runner out. Ball got by third baseman, but Harlem was there on the spot to back him up. But that moves a runner 90 feet, and there's a swing and miss by the Northeast batter.
It's a good high fastball.
This is their cleanup number 4 hole batter. You would think he probably can swing a good bat. Oh, and there's a ball got by. Wild pitch, and that's going to plate a run. Just an errant pitch that was missed the mark good ways, and Austin was not able to block it up. Got all the way to the back wall. Ooh, there's a pitch just off the plate.
He does not call anything that is off the plate.
And there's a nice strike. Batter thought he got a walk, but he's going to have to stay in here for one more pitch at least. Must be a full count, 3-2. See if Tripp can, and fouls it sharply back, straight into the net. Batter lives for another pitch, 3-2 count, with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Team Alabama with the lead 2-1. And I didn't mean to check swing.
It's a good, not a bad pitch selection there. He went up with a fastball. He already chased one earlier in this count.
Important pitch coming up here for Tripp Morris. To get us out of this inning and back in the ready to hit. And this one's lifted foul way back. Looks like it's going to end up on the rooftop of the concession stand back behind us. Really nice facility behind us. If the weather's not good, there's a lot of seating area inside
Yeah, they have big
the concession area has glass all, and a strikeout swinging by Tripp Morris to end the inning. Really nice job there with a 3-1 count. He came back and threw at least 5 straight strikes in a row. Few that were, one that was called, one, and then about 3 that were fouled off. So really good job of Tripp Morris getting us back in the dugout. And Team Alabama is ready to come and hit. I believe Evan Cox will be leading us off. We'll take a short break.
Well, okay, whoever their other one is. That is
Evan Cox has swung the bat very well already in this tournament. Had a triple, and there he leads off the top of the second inning. First pitch swinging and drives it to the left field fence, absolutely burning the left fielder over his head.
That's the hit you dream about,
man. I tell you what,
that's what everybody's trying to do every at bat.
Evan may be one of the smallest players on this team, which we are blessed with some really healthy individuals. But man, that swing right there showed his strength.
Yeah. Like, cause he really isn't small. You know, he's a strong, fast kid.
And that pitch way high, almost got away from the catcher.
See his dad back behind us. I know he's proud. We mentioned yesterday his dad ran track at North Carolina. And so,
see where Evan gets his speed from.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout. Northeast calls timeout. They're making a defensive change.
I wonder if
Maybe
they're
bringing in a guy to come get
Warm
loose.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably. Looks like they're bringing in their first baseman, a lefty, possibly to come warm up, and just sent out a new player out to right field, and then the right fielder is going to come to first base. So a little bit of a switch up, but I think that was mainly for probably pitching purposes. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lefty on the mound next for Northeast. Just trying to look up where this pitcher is from. I'd mentioned earlier this team, Northeast, is comprised of players from New York and New Jersey, all of them.
Oh, that's right.
And
They play baseball up top. As we can tell, this team's good.
pitcher's number 17, Liam Geyer. He resides from Maywood, New Jersey. Evan Cox getting his lead at second base here with no outs in the top of the second inning. CJ Terry up to the plate. Oh! Called strike that CJ wasn't real happy about.
A little elevated, but it might have been.
He is tall. I mean, CJ's one of the tallest players on the team.
Yeah.
Standing at about 6'3". And this ball is lifted foul.
Oh, no.
Could make it in play. And it just caroms off the fence.
Okay.
And the first baseman was there. Plenty of time to make the play, but it did deflect off the fence.
We need at minimum to move Evan over to third.
True.
So a hard grounder would be good. But a base hit most likely scores Evan Cox.
Absolutely. CJ calls time in the box. Pitcher was taking a long time to decide what he wanted to throw and getting his signals from the catcher. CJ settles back in. We have no outs. The runner at second. And swung through that pitch. Really nice pitch there by the pitcher, coming back and getting that out. Big out there by Northeast. But we got A.J. Kramer. Would have really liked to have gotten that runner to third base.
Yeah.
On and out, but AJ is a switch hitter. Is a very capable hitter of driving in this run, and we also have Costa Mahan on deck. And that ball misses wide in the outside of the plate, almost in the left-handed batter's box.
AJ, his last bat swapped over to right and got a good line drive. I'm pretty sure that's why he's going to stay on the right side.
And that pitch nearly hit AJ. He goes falling out of the box for ball two. So AJ's ahead in the count, 2-0. Love to see AJ get on base here. Another one of the Team Alabama players with a lot of speed.
Good.
Leaves that pitch way up high out of the zone. So 3-0 count here. You know, A.J. Kramer's playing first base today, but he's also a player that can play anywhere in the field, in the outfield.
He can.
He's got the speed to track down any ball in the outfield.
Yes.
But also has the ability to come and play first base.
And we will most likely see him on the mound at some point.
Absolutely. One of the top premier pitchers, not only on Team Alabama, but in the nation.
Yeah.
He is the #1 rated left-handed pitcher in the state of Alabama, but a very highly rated pitcher in the nation. That ball was fouled off to field 4. It looked like it made contact with a coach that was on the field. All right.
Yes. something got everybody's attention, but I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I think
False
he may be
call
okay.
there, yeah.
All right, as we have Costin Mahan come to the plate, it looks like coach for Northeast is going out to talk with his team and quite possibly make a pitching change. He does have a lefty warming up in the bullpen. Don't know if he's ready to go yet or not. If he's just, coach may be stalling for a little bit of time to get his pitcher a few more pitches.
They are in a must-win situation, and we are too. Because if we win this, we're 3-0, so
Probably
we would be guaranteed into bracket play.
Probably securing a place in the bracket play.
They only take the top 12, so we want to be.
Can't be any better than 3-0.
Correct.
So we're in good shape right now with a win, but with Northeast already losing yesterday in bracket play, this game becomes very, very important to them.
That's right.
So now we have Costin Mahan up to bat. Northeast did stay with their pitcher, looking for Costin to find a good pitch to drive here. Takes
off-speed pitch.
Off-speed pitch on the inside for a strike one. And that's ball low. Good take there by Costin.
Looked like another off-speed of some sort. Costin sitting 2-0 here. I'm sorry, 1-1.
1-1. Does look like the pitcher in the bullpen is finished up with his warm-up, so I would suspect something good happens here for Team Alabama. They would be making a change. Costin lifts that ball way up in the air, but it's going to drift foul off the light pole back onto the field of play, narrowly missing the Northeast head coach's head as it came down. He was surprised, looking around trying to figure out where that ball came from. All right, so we've got a 1-2 count here for Costin Mahan. Pitcher comes set. Evan Cox is moving. Costin hits a ball a long, long way, but it looks like the left fielder is back on the warning track to make that catch. Evan Cox was moving on the play, and he had to retreat back to second base for plenty of time. Costin just barely missed a 3-run home run as he crushes the ball to left field, but left fielder is able to go back on the warning track and make the catch. But anyway, here goes the Northeast coach.
We're back to the
top of the lineup with Harlem, and he doesn't want any part of this pitcher facing Harlem for the second time. So we will have a pitching change. We'll take a short break here in the action with 2-1 Team Alabama with runners at first and second and 2 outs. So here we go with the continuing at the top of the second, excuse me. Northeast did make a pitching change. Their new pitcher in the game.
Yeah.
Trying to see who their new pitcher was. They have two number 9s on their roster, so I'm looking to see. But he is a left-handed pitcher. The other number 9 is a right-handed pitcher. So this one, I believe, is Daniel Braum. Daniel Braum is from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Left-handed pitcher, also started the game at first base, and then came out of the game to go warm up. So he is now on the bump for Northeast. And that ball is spiked into the ground, but the catcher made a really nice play.
Yeah, he did.
Keeping the runners where they started at first and second instead of second and third. Harlem settles in. See if he can come up with a base hit like he had in the beginning of the game. Led this game off with a sharply hit line drive to right field and came around to score the first run of this ball game. 2-1 count here for Harlem.
Love to trade places with Evan.
Absolutely. And that's a pitch that does get by, goes through the catcher's legs. It was spiked into the ground. That was a tough play on the catcher. But we did move up the runners 90 feet. Now Evan Cox is only 90 feet from home plate. One of the dangers with Harlem and a lot of these Alabama batters, even a routine ground ball to the left side of the infield could still result in a base hit because of the speed that they have. But Harlem takes a pitch right there for a walk.
We got bases loaded.
Bases loaded with Campbell Tillman, who popped up the first pitch he saw in the first inning. So hopefully he might
make an adjustment.
See a better pitch right here. Very capable batter to drive one in the gap. Could possibly clear the bases. And he takes strike one. Notice that Northeast already does have another pitcher that's throwing lightly in the bullpen, so they're just ready for another pitch and change if they need to. And that pitch was up high. Campbell went after. Would like to have taken that pitch, but lifted it up in foul territory, out of the play. So quickly 0-2 count here on Campbell.
Yeah. That was a little high pitches, hard to lay off of sometimes.
And that pitch is low for ball one. 1-2 count.
Campbell's kind of like Evan. He's a little smaller frame, but might be the strongest kid on the team.
Really is.
That's how athletic and strong he is.
And that pitch was off the plate, high.
That was good eye right there.
Yeah, you look at Campbell's physique. He's probably one of those that's got a 0.5 body fat.
Yeah, and he's got like an 18 pack when his shirt's off.
He's not one you want to go to the pool with. And that is going to be a called strike 3 that fooled Campbell Tillman. Really energized the Northeast crowd there with a big strikeout with bases loaded for Team Alabama. Threatened there with a leadoff double by Evan Cox, but could not find a way to get him around. Had 2 strikeouts in the inning that hurt our chances, and then Costin barely missing a 3-run home run at the fence there in that inning. So the big opportunity for Team Alabama that did not happen, but we sent a lot of batters to the plate and forced Northeast to change pitchers. And so we'll see if that benefits us throughout this ball game. We'll take a short break. And here we start off the bottom of the second inning with Northeast pitcher number 9 up to bat, leading off this inning, and lifts a ball, fly ball into left field that Harlan Fuller does a fantastic job of getting back on. He had to run a pretty good ways there, but as we've mentioned, a lot of speed out there in the outfield. You lift it in the air and it's going to be caught by one of these outfielders. They can cover a lot of ground. So Trip Morris retires the first batter of the inning. Have 1 out, nobody on. Another lefty comes in for Northeast, and that's strike 1. Hunter's had a little bit of problem keeping that hat on. Need some bobby pins. That's going to be ball low. 1-1 count. This batter for Northeast looks like he's got a lot of speed. Any ground ball in the infield is going to have to be in a hurry to get rid of it, to get this runner running down the first baseline. Got a 2-1 count right here. Tripp is working awfully quick on the mound. And that's a foul ball. Even the count, 2-2. And we have a heads-up call right here. Gentleman right behind us tried to make a really good grab, but and there was a really nice pitch by Tripp, breaking ball that was fouled off sharply to the right-hand side. Ball's laying down there in the right field corner. One of the Team Alabama players going down to retrieve it from the dugout. And another one. Here's another opportunity for Campbell to throw out a runner at first, but with the left-handed batter out of the left-handed batter's box, the speed that I just commented on made the difference. Very, very similar play that we had in the first inning, but the runner was running down the line very quickly and beat out the throw from Campbell Tillman. But a nice play by both players. Runner is gone, and that ball does get away to the backstop. He's going to be at second base. Obviously one of Northeast's fastest runners. But here we have, with 1 out, we have another left-handed batter by Northeast. 3 in a row in this inning. And I look on deck, and there's a 4th left-handed batter on deck. Very unusual to see that many left-handed batters in a row. Costin calls time to go chat with Tripp, and Coach Miller's coming out to join him as well, try and get them on the same page and just calm everybody down, know the situation, what we've got. We got one out, runner at second.
All right, I'm back.
Coffee break, Brad?
Yeah, coffee break. That Mexican food from last night.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Juanita's Mexican Grill.
Yeah,
Juanita's Mexican Grill here in Houston, Texas. Really, actually, I guess it's in the city limits of Cypress, Texas. But a really, really nice establishment to eat last night, and they hosted us. A lot of our team families went there to eat last night after the ball games, and really enjoyable place. So if you're out here in Houston, Texas area, and there's a ball on the field, we have time before that pitch is thrown. Ball being fouled off from over on field
visit
4.
Juanita's.
Yes, visit Juanita's. Very, very good Mexican, authentic Mexican cuisine.
You may have to revisit Juanita's the next day, but
oh. Here we are with a runner at second and one out. And I was remarking that this batter that's coming up, he's the 4th batter of the inning, but he's also the 4th lefty of the inning. Four in a row. Which makes me want to look over at the on-deck circle to see who's up next. We do have looks like a righty batting next, but four lefties to start this inning now. Northeast has some runners on base. Runner at first and second with a lot of speed at second base, especially getting a generous lead. And we get a called strike.
all right, that's good.
There by Blue. Lead this batter. One pitch away from getting out of this inning if we can get a double play. And runner fake like he was going to go. But it was a called strike, low in the zone. To 0-2 count there by Tripp.
It's be a good time for that high fastball he's been throwing some.
Yeah, I'd like to have a pop-up. That ball missed down low again. Tripp said, hey, you gave it to me twice. I'll take it a third time if you would. The batter wanted no part of that pitch. Brad, while you were gone, we had a runner at second got on with a line drive back at Campbell, very much like the first inning. Campbell came up firing to first, but with him being a lefty and with as much speed, he just beat it out. It was a bang-bang play there at first base. Tripp does try the higher side of the zone there, and it was a ball 2, even the count 2-2. Three and 2, full count. Full count right here. Tripp needs to bear down right here, trust his defense. Yep. Come after this batter right here. See the runner at second there tipping off the batter, but it didn't do him any good. Sometimes that really, can mess with the batter's head. When you're trying to give him signs of where the ball's being pitched and kind of seeing where the catcher's setting up. So saw the runner at second giving some signs to the batter, but it didn't do him any good. Swing and miss there for out number 2. See if we can get out of this inning. Some more signs there by the runner out there. Ooh, that ball was way high. Costin was able to glove it.
They could start changing up their signs a little bit, couldn't they?
Runner is going and is down in the zone. Throw is not in time. You could tell that runner at second there was itching to move to third in the last couple of at-bats, and so he found his opportunity and picked a good pitch to move on. Ball down in the zone. It was Costin did glove it and have it make a throw at first. Oh, there's a strike call down the middle of the plate. Kind of crossed Costin up a little bit, didn't glove it cleanly. And that's going to be a ball on the outside. Do have 2 outs, but Northeast has runners in scoring position at second and third. Really like to get this third out to get Team Alabama. There's a, oh my goodness. Really, really nice pitch there by Trip Morris. The official flinched like he was about to call the strike and decided otherwise.
Well, we had the base.
But the base was open. But it does bring up next batter with bases loaded, 2 outs. Northeast was able to get out of this similar situation in the last inning with bases loaded with a strikeout to end the inning and gave them a lot of momentum going into the bottom half of this inning. Got a 1-0 count. See if Tripp can settle back in here. Good pitch right there for a called strike. Can't tell whether or not Team Alabama has anyone warming up yet in the bullpen, or Coach Miller's decided to stay with Tripp for the remainder of this inning. Really good swing and miss on a great pitch by Trip Morris. Take our count to 1-2. 1 pitch away, 1 strike away, as Christian Thompson is up on the top rail of the dugout, ready to pounce out to congratulate his teammates if we can get this final out of the inning. And the ball is off the plate.
He went up. I'm good with
okay. Let's see if he can get a pop-up on the infield. We obviously know any kind of fly ball in the outfield is going to be gobbled up. Runners are getting a generous lead, and that is fouled sharply straight back into the net. Stay with a 2-2 count here. That time called in the box by number 14. Zakaria, I believe, is his last name. Tripp going from the windup and pops this one up to straightaway center. Nate Malone says he's got it tracked, and he does, as we retire the inning. And we see Christian and Thompson jump over the top rail of the dugout to go out and congratulate his team.
Excellent.
Really good teammates, really good sportsmanship there by everybody in the dugout to congratulate players on the field. So that is 2 innings ended in a row, 2 half innings by both teams where they left ducks on the pond. And they quacked all the way back to the dugout with not scoring any runs. So as we head to the 3rd inning, it is 2-1 Team Alabama. We'll take a short break. We're going to take this moment as the players are warming up to give a scoring update. Mississippi and East Coast are 0-0 in the 4th inning. Midwest is up 3-0 over Carolina, who went 2-0 yesterday. Midwest was 0-2 yesterday. So we kind of have an upset brewing there in the 4th inning. Of course, our game, Alabama 2-1 versus Northeast. And then we have Texas National up 6-0 over Tennessee. And then New England, one of the surprise teams of the entire tournament, is up 7-1 over Southwest.
Okay.
New England went 2-0 yesterday and looks like to secure their 3rd win today. So that actually was one of the surprise teams from yesterday. New England upset Florida in a game. And here we have, to start the 3rd inning, you have Nate Malone up to bat. And he falls down quickly 0-2 in the count with the lefty on the mound. And strike 3 swinging.
For whatever reason, the lefty, something about his delivery right there.
So he's definitely come in and
It's got Nate thinking a little bit.
he's come in with 2 huge strikeouts. One in the top of the 2nd to end the inning with bases loaded, and then striking out one of the most accomplished batters on Team Alabama, Nate Malone. But here we have Land Sharpless up to bat, who lifts a high fly ball into center field. Center fielder comes racing in to make the play behind second base. So we have 2 quick outs for Team Alabama. Nobody on base. Brings Bryant Wisdom, 5-hole hitter, up to bat, with our pitcher Trip Morris on deck.
That hurt. That hurt. That definitely hurt.
Bryant takes that pitch inside low for ball 1. Another pitch inside and low, ball 2. Bryant can really work a pitch count right here. See if we get a little success and get some runners on base. This team has shown yesterday that they will battle with 2 outs. I think we ended up scoring 12 or 13 runs yesterday, all with 2 outs. So now we have a 3-0 count from Bryant Wisdom. Most certainly will be taking all the way here. We'll be surprised to see him swing.
Right here, bud. Right here.
Yeah, perfect strike right down the middle for strike 1. Make the count 3-1. And that's a ball off the plate. So Bryant will take his walk down to first base. Also another accomplished base runner. Wouldn't be surprised to see Bryant. But we have not seen a pickoff move here from this lefty, so we'll probably stay a little close to begin. Bryant gets a healthy lead. And there is a pickoff move over, and it's thrown away. Bryant will be moving at least to second base, possibly to third. He looks like he's waving him around. Coach Miller is going to get him all the way to third base, standing up. You know, it really looked like a nonchalant pickoff move. It wasn't his best move by any means. He just was trying to keep Bryant a step closer, but he just threw it right over first baseman's head. A little bit of lack of concentration there. Gets a runner in scoring position 90 feet away. Now you're a pass ball away from scoring, and certainly a base hit, scoring another run. Oh, wow. Not many of the Team Alabama liked that call. ball that was
We didn't get it last
seemed to be
inning.
off the plate that we didn't get the same call last inning. And trip foul, strike 2 back into the net. We have Evan Cox on deck, who quickly gobbles up that foul ball. This could be a really big moment here for Tripp to, you know, as the starting pitcher, he's got a chance to help himself. Drive in a run and expand that lead for Team Alabama. Does go down and get a piece of it to stay alive. That ball was way down below his knees, but he got a piece of it and fouled it off to the left side. Tripp Morris, who had a really nice day at the plate yesterday in Game 2, was named the Team Alabama Player of the Game. And there's a pitch. I tell you what, catcher's done a really good job. He's done an excellent job right there. It's not about catching that ball. It's just about keeping it in front of you, keeping the runner at third base. That ball could have easily caromed by the catcher and scored Team Alabama a run, but he did a really nice job of blocking it up. And that's sharply hit down the left field line for Tripp Morris. He is rounding first, going to 2. He will ease into second with a stand-up double RBI. What a huge at-bat for Tripp Morris right there. Fantastic. Shows his skill both on the bump and at the plate, helping himself. And as he motions down to Coach Miller, asking if he can run for himself, it looks like Coach Miller will allow him to run for himself. On second thought, no, he's not going to let him run for himself. So we're now going to have a courtesy runner, Sam Ridley, come in to second base to courtesy run for Tripp.
Ridley.
Tripp made his case, but failed. But really, really, really good job there by Tripp. Coming up huge with 2 strikes with a double down the left field line. Sharply hit line drive past the third baseman, who was diving to try and make a play on it, to expand the lead 3-1.
Good take.
And they check the check swing, and the official in the field says no swing by Evan Cox. So we have ball 1. I'll tell you what, in a tight game like this, every at-bat counts. And as we talked a lot about yesterday, that's another run with 2 outs scored by this Team Alabama, moving us up to about 14 or 15 runs in the tournament, all scored with 2 outs. That's a lot of determination by the players and staying focused and concentrating. Have Evan Cox, who had a really nice double to the wall in his first at bat. See if he can repeat that with another hit. That's a ball low inside.
Yeah, let's continue the 2 strike. I'm sorry. The
2 out hitting.
2 out hitting. Yeah.
It is frustrating for a defense. They've got to stay out there a little bit longer. They feel like they're one pitch away. Oh, and that one caught him on the inside of his leg.
I didn't phase him a bit.
He looks like he's going to be just fine. Just adding another speedster to the base paths. We've got runners at first and second with the hit by pitch. Looks like Coach Miller is coming to Coach Miller's coming to the scorer's table to make a substitution. 33-23.
So he brought in Medina.
Got TJ Medina coming to the plate, number 33, who had a couple of really good at-bats yesterday.
Yeah, like it's hard to get one by him.
He walked off game 1 with a fly ball to deep center on a sac fly that ended the game. And then in game 2, he was a starting catcher, and he lifts one.
Nice cut.
Lifts one foul back behind.
I like how
into the net.
I like that. I mean, first pitch,
He comes up ready to go. Very, very strong individual. Can drive a ball to left field. Got Sam Ridley at second and Evan Cox at first base with 2 outs. They will be moving on contact. Love to see a ball get by the catcher here, but man, there's a ball driven into left field, and it's down for a hit, and the left fielder bobbles it, and Sam will be waved home. Absolutely great piece of hitting right there by TJ Medina. A pitch hit, 2-out single, that RBI that drives in yet another run with 2 outs here for Team Alabama as we expand our lead 4-1. And just a fantastic move there by Coach Miller, knowing the situation and knowing he's got a hot bat sitting on the bench in Medina there, and just comes up huge with a big hit. There's a sharply hit ground ball, and it's thrown over to retire A.J. Kramer by shortstop.
That was a good barrel, though.
It was. He hit the ball very well.
Yeah, A.J., I like the right side approach to this game.
Yep.
I would stay right there.
Really good inning. Let's see if Team Alabama can go out there and put up a blank spot for Northeast and win this inning. So Alabama moves to the bottom of the third, up 4-1, scoring 2 runs there with no outs, or with 2 outs, excuse me. Scored 2 runs with 2 outs. Looks like Team Northeast is huddled up. They were looking back, glaring at Team Alabama, trying to decide if Tripp was going back out to the mound, which he is. Tripp Morris, our starting pitcher, who came up with a huge hit in that inning to keep that inning alive, an RBI double. Costa Mayhem back behind the plate for this 3rd inning of work. We're gonna give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Brad. Shout out to it's actually Costa Mayhan's uncle, Heath Mayhan, owner of Security Lock and Key out of Florence, Alabama, on Northwood Avenue.
Nice.
If you live in the Florence area or anywhere in the Shoals area, go to Security Lock and Key for all your security lock and key needs, whether it's security systems, whether it's simple rekey of locks. If you need a emergency, you've locked your keys in your car and it's midnight and you've been out at who knows where, Uncle Heath will come to the rescue and take care of you. Do a great job over there at Security Lock and Key on Northwood Avenue.
It's my understanding that Uncle Keith, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Uncle Heath doesn't mind traveling 2, 3, even 4 hours to help out at somebody.
Absolutely.
In the middle of the night.
Just have your credit card ready.
But he was offering a deal, I think, for anybody that needs a new set of keys, and a discount on all the locks, but especially keys. You got unlimited for the rest of this year, new keys. And all you have to do is, it's really, really easy. Just ship them in. He gets them in the mail. He makes you however many keys you want for free, and he'll ship them back for free.
For free? I hadn't heard about that deal. I think you need a special promo code for that.
Well, it's Team Alabama.
Team Alabama.
Perfect
okay,
game,
here we go.
Team Alabama. You got to be on the team, obviously. But it's immediate family members only.
Little tidbit, Costin there, who's catching, is actually named after his Uncle Heath. It's Costin Heath Mayhan, so his middle name after his Uncle Heath. Well, let's get back to the action here.
Yeah.
And there's a fly ball hit very well off the fence in left field, so that will be for a stand-up double. Harlem does make a strong throw into second. That ball was one of the hardest hit balls that we've seen all tournament, to be honest. Ball had a chance to get out of the park. But Team Northeast, who has already shown the ability to swing a hot bat, leads off with a stand-up double off the left field wall.
Yeah, they can swing. So who is
Oh, just a pitch that missed low.
There's some activity in the bullpen, I believe.
Can't see who it is throwing down there. There's a ball lifted in foul territory. Looks, see if Land Sharpless can make. Oh, it just catches.
He's right under it.
Man, he is literally under the ball, but the overhang sticks out from the dugout, caught the ball. Man, missed opportunity there for Team Alabama to get a pop-up out. But a really good pitch there by Trip Morris. We can go back to work here. And another pop-up, but it goes all the way back behind the concession stand. Hopefully it didn't hit anybody back there. This field is designed where there's a lot of netting above your head to protect the bystanders. And there's pavilion type covering them over the seating area. A lot of protection for the bystanders and for the fans that are watching. Morris comes settled, ready to make his pitch, and he turns to second. Just keep that runner a little bit closer to second base. It's a ground ball to Sharpless, who checks the runner, keeps him at second. Really good job. Trip Morris getting over to third to cover third. That's really good baseball right there, Brad.
Yeah, that was good baseball. Trip did. He went straight over there. Land looked the runner back.
Everything done perfect. Yeah. Really good throw across the diamond. No problem for A.J. Kramer to make the play. A lot of times you'll get a pitcher that'll just stand there on the mound and, you know, watch what's going on. But Tripp sprung into action. He's also an infielder and knows how to back up. And there's a ball that gets down in the dirt. Gets past Costin. Runner's able to move up 90 feet. Unfortunate situation right there. That ball is lifted into shallow center. Will be really interesting to see here. And the runner is not tagging, just need to block that ball up. Really good job. He would have been hosed. Absolutely hosed.
5 steps.
Really good job by Nate coming in a good defensive position, ready to make the throw, expecting the runner going home. That does record our second out of the inning. I was hoping the runner was going to go. I wanted to see the action.
Yeah,
whether he scored or not, I wanted to see the action right there. All right, here we go. Tripp starts this left-handed batter.
Hey, this whole team really can hit.
They really can.
I'm noticing the swings.
There have not been many swing and misses. Shows how important that strikeout was in the last inning that Trip Morris had with bases loaded. Ooh, just missed on the corner. Official kind of signals over to the Alabama dugout and says, hey, it was just a centimeter off.
Yeah, like maybe less than a centimeter.
I don't even know how big a centimeter is.
Yeah.
And that ball is lifted foul to the left-hand side. May end up over on field 3. swing and a miss as Trip Morris retires the side with a big strikeout. As number 27 comes off the field with a lot of enthusiasm as the players come out to celebrate, and we have a lot of cheers from the crowd. Really, really nice job of Trip Morris after giving up a leadoff double off the wall that almost went out of the park.
Yeah.
Holds him scoreless, holds Northeast scoreless there in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth inning. Team Alabama coming to bat. We will take a short break in the action. Heads up, and then ball landed right. Struck it. Here we go to start off the top of the fourth inning. Team Alabama up 4-1. Costin Mahan in the box to lead us off. Costin just rips the ball way foul, sharply hit over onto the other field beside us. He just let the pitcher know that he can't throw it by him right here. Catcher goes out to talk strategy with the pitcher after that swing. Just picked up a lucky penny I found sitting just below me. I'm gonna hold on to this penny during this inning and see if it brings us a little bit of good luck. And that's ball one, well off the plate. Even the count 1-1. Costin Mahan. And there's a ball lifted high in the air. Center fielder and left fielder debating on who's going to take it. Left fielder does catch the ball for out number one. Just missed that pitch again. Getting just under the ball, not squaring it up. So with one out, brings us to the top of the order. Harlem Fuller comes up for his third at bat of the game. Got Campbell Tillman on deck. That's going to be a ball low. One 1-0 count to Harlem, our left fielder who's made some really nice plays in left already and scored the first run of this ball game with a sharply hit ball to right field. Came around to score, and there's a strike he's taking right down the middle. Kind of fooled him a little bit. Harlem lifts one, foul territory to the right, gets, just at the last moment. The first baseman had raced all the way over to the fence, thinking it was going to be over the fence, And that ball backed up on him, and he was able to make the catch in foul territory to retire Harlem for the second out of the inning. Bring up Campbell Tillman, our right fielder, who's made some really nice plays in right today. Brings Campbell to the plate. Ball gets by the catcher there. Looked like there was a little bit of communication mix-up from where the catcher was expecting that ball to be thrown. And there's a sharply hit ball by, and it is hit right at the center fielder. So a quick inning there for Northeast and Team Alabama. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll take a short break. And I'm gonna go throw this penny in the garbage because it brought me no luck. Now we're set for action to start back in the bottom of the 4th. Trip Morris still on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Strike 1 right down the middle. This is a very important batter. Try and get this out. The next 4 batters are those lefties that are all in a row. Very dangerous part of Northeast lineup. Have a 1-1 count. See if Tripp can attack this right-handed batter. Misses there out wide with the curveball. 2-1 count. And there's a really nice strike down the middle of the plate. Even our count 2-2. There's a ball sharply hit to Nate Malone, who goes back and catches that ball like he's running a post route on the football field. Catches it over his shoulder, makes it look very, very easy to retire that batter. That ball was laced, and Nate made it look really, really easy catching that ball. But here we go with 1 out, and the first of our 4 left-handed batters in a row, and that ball is lifted foul over onto field 3 behind us. Who's got a game going on? There's a game going on in every one of the fields here this morning. We've got 6 fields here that are all being played. And there's strike. There's a really high fly ball, and that ball bounces over Ball bounces over for a ground rule double. The runner was headed to second and came back to first because he missed first. So he wanted to make sure he was not called out. Had he missed first base, Team Alabama could have appealed and called him out. But he went back and touched first base and is now safe at second base. So here we have the second of the 4 lefties in a row. Like I said earlier, a really tough part of the lineup. This lefty here got him popped up. It looks like Costin is calling everybody off with a chance to make. He makes a great catch there from the catcher. That is not an easy play for a catcher to go down the line to make that catch, and it was spinning away from him and was able to glove the catcher. That's a huge out for Team Alabama to keep one of the fastest Northeast runners off of the base pass. He was the runner that actually scored their only run in this ball game, I do believe. Fantastic job there. Team Alabama's catcher, Costin Mahan, behind the plate. And there's a ball absolutely nuked to center, and Nate Malone gets back and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. What a fantastic play. A ball that looked like was going to be off the wall, or certainly in the gap. Should have scored a run. Nate goes back and makes it look like it's just a can of corn. I mean, he caught 2 balls there, Brad, that ordinarily would have been over anybody's head. Dude. Fantastic, covering so much ground. I don't know what to say.
The speed is unbelievable, and to this team's credit, they can absolutely barrel baseball.
Absolutely, both. I mean, they hit 3 balls in that inning that were absolute tanks, and they're really upset right now because they just absolutely destroyed the ball, and they come away with nothing.
And I understand. I would be too. I ain't gonna lie. That's
wow,
impressive.
Wow. And that there is why Nate Malone, a Select Fest player, is right there in center field and can cover so much ground
and does it so easily.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, the only other option this team's got is to go get in the weight room and hit it out of the ball.
It's got to, yeah. If it's going to land, it's got to go out of the park. I agree with that. And I will say, you know, the play, I talked about it in the moment, but the play Costin Mahan made there, catching that pop-up, that is not an easy play by a catcher to make that.
No, and the third baseman
probably should have called him off. Probably should have called him off. That's coming from the third baseman's dad. Looks like Northeast will stick with their relief pitcher that they brought out of this is a do or die situation for Northeast. They know if they don't win this ball game, they will, with 2 losses, be eliminated most likely from bracket play. So this is probably one of their top pitchers that they're throwing now, this lefty number 9 out of New Jersey. But now we have perfect timing. The player we just spent what seemed like half an hour talking about, Nate Malone, he's up to bat to lead off this inning. See what Nate can do at the plate. And Nate has lifted the ball into center field, and it is gobbled up. So he was jumping on pitch 1 there from the lefty, and Nate flew out to center field. So a center fielder to a center fielder. That is out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning for Team Alabama. Brings up Land Sharpless to bat, and he takes ball low inside that actually carried all the way back to the backstop. Bryant Wisdom goes and collects the foul ball, or the pass ball, excuse me, not a foul ball. 1-0 count for Land Sharpless. And there's another ball low in the zone. Land being very patient on his pitch selection, waiting for a pitch to drive. Or be happy to take his walk and get Team Alabama some base runners here in the top of the 5th inning. Really like to be able to expand our lead. And there's a hard hit fly ball that the center fielder goes back on, but is able to make that catch easily to retire Land Sharpless. Another barreled ball that was hit very well by Land Sharpless, but nevertheless ends up out number 2 for Team Alabama. Then we have Bryant Wisdom coming up to bat in the 5 hole. And pitcher misses wildly away. The left-hand batter's box goes all the way to the backstop. Seems to be a little bit erratic, but he's been effective. When he misses, he's missed awfully bad. Then he comes back and is able to dot up some strikes in the zone, which we have hit. And that ball is going to go in for a base hit by Bryant Wisdom. A line drive to center field. Gets Bryant on base with 2 outs and brings up Trip Morris. As he writes in the dirt. Many of the batters have little traditions that they do, and gives them some confidence in the box. Lefty comes set and delivers ball 1 to Trip, with Bryant Wisdom at first base. A lot of speed on the base paths, a very aggressive base runner in his own right. See if the lefty decides to pick. The last time he tried to pick Bryant, he overthrew first base, and Bryant ended up on third base. We have 2 balls. Pitcher seems to be laboring just a little bit. Has lost a little bit of his control. Really like to see a ball get by the catcher here and get Bryant into scoring position. Big, generous lead by Bryant. And pitcher comes to the plate. And strike 1 called by the umpire on the outside corner. Bryant Wisdom getting a very healthy lead, almost encouraging a throw over from the pitcher. Pitcher comes to the plate and well off the plate, and the catcher throws back behind Bryant, but not a very good throw. Bryant was not concerned by that, as we have a foul ball that just came out of the air right on top of us from another field. And that's going to be ball 4 for Trip Morris, who will go on down to first with his walk. Looks like Sam Ridley will be coming out of the dugout to be the courtesy runner again for our pitcher, Trip Morris. Northeast head coach has called time to walk out and make sure everyone can see his very tight short shorts. Just talking to his pitcher and catcher, man, giving his pitcher a little bit of break as he pitches here to Team Alabama with 2 outs in the inning. But seems to be where Team Alabama really bears down and is at its best with 2 outs.
Yeah, we've got a good track record with 2 outs, and we've been talking about it, and they keep doing it. So I guess we can keep talking.
It doesn't happen by mistake, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Every single one of these batters, they stand in the batter's box confident that they can, that they're better than their opponent. And we have Evan Cox up to bat, who has swung the bat very well. Had a had a double in a leadoff double in one of the innings, and also got hit by pitch his last at bat.
Yeah, he had a big barrel that first at bat.
See if he can drive in Bryant Wisdom at second base here with runners in scoring position. Oh, he just swings through.
Nice
just
cut.
swings through there. First baseman was playing up on the grass there, expecting maybe Cox would lay down a bunt, but now he backs up behind Sam Ridley, the runner at first. And that pitch is off the plate. Even the count, 1-1. A lot of excitement on the field back behind us. The roars and cheers from the different fields make it fun to be here at the park. And that ball misses down and inside.
Hey, what's the time limit on these games?
I believe we're 1:45.
Because we're at 9:38.
We're very, very close. This could potentially be the last inning, with this being the
I'd be very
top of the
happy.
fifth inning. Be nice to get another run right here, insurance run. And Bryant just gets back in time, standing up. Coach Miller's probably thinking in his head it'd be nice if he'd get down right there, but Bryant Wisdom is not afraid to get a very generous lead, trying to score here from second. Potential base hit by Evan Cox. That ball is going to be low and inside, moving the count to 3-1. Got the potential for a walk here to load the bases with Medina. A really hot bat coming up with bases loaded. I would love to see that happen.
Me too.
Evan Cox can find a way on, whether it's by walk or hit. I'll take either one. And another throw back to second base to try and keep Bryant Wisdom a step closer. And that ball is sharply fouled off back to the net. What did you find out, Brad?
Well, I got confirmation it's a 2-hour time limit.
2-hour time
So we
limit.
have,
Okay.
according to the
Still have plenty of
game
time.
guy, we have 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Plenty of time left. Probably, unless we continue to
They're
bat
home.
for
They
quite a
are.
while. Thought I had read in the rules there's an hour and 45. And there goes Bryant for a double steal, but Evan Cox swings through a pitch.
It's a good cut.
Go down on strikes for the third out of the inning. So here we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Trip Morris going back out for his fifth inning of work. Brad, if you could see how many pitches does Trip have so far in this game through 4 innings?
That's right.
That's his number. Other box.
I'm a little.
Signal here is not real great.
It's not.
It's not wanting to respond.
No, it's not.
Let's see if I can pull it up on mine. Just curious to see.
All right, it came up. He is at 70.
70 pitches. All right, 70 pitches through 4 innings. Got to think this probably would be his last inning.
If he
of
can
work.
get through this, and with the amount of time, we'll most likely get to the next inning.
Have to play one more inning.
And would surprise me if he brings in. Now, if we can hold them to no runs, but there's some arms we've been saving, and he certainly could bring in one of them to close the game.
Right.
Wouldn't bother me a bit.
Yeah, Coach Miller's trying to save our. I'll tell you, anybody Team Alabama rolls out there has got good arms.
Yeah.
He's got 3 or 4 really high level. And there's a ball lifted into foul territory. I don't think it's going to stay in play for Land. Land he's run over to that fence multiple times in this game, just itching it, being able to catch a pop up. But has run out of territory each time. Gotten over the fence or hitting off the dugout. There's a ground ball to Bryant Wisdom, who circles around it very nicely, makes the throw over to first, makes it really nice, easy 6-3 put out to retire the first batter in this inning.
Bryant got a little train horn on that one. But that was not the full train horn. We'll hear it here in a little bit, hopefully.
Southeast makes an adjustment right here. Their second number 9 in their lineup comes into the game for a pinch hit. And Tripp just misses on the outside corner. Really nice pitch there, I thought. Working away from the batter. And that one's down in the dirt for ball 2. See if we can get back into the count right here. Tripp working awfully fast and misses that one. Wide left in the batter's box. So now you got a 3-0 count. You got to think this pitch hitter is going to be taking here with a 3-0 count. Really like to see Tripp go ahead and challenge this batter who has not been in the game yet today. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Unfortunately, giving Northeast a base runner here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a ball that gets by, moving the runner up 90 feet to second base in the scoring position. With a 1-0 count.
See if he can dial it back in right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Coach Miller going to maybe go talk to him and settle him down a little bit right here and maybe burn a little bit of time as well. And misses wildly again. That's 6 balls in a row that Tripp Morris has missed. Maybe a time. It seems like he's maybe a little labored. Coach Miller's looking.
He's at
about 76, 77 pitches. Still cannot see who's warming up over in the bullpen. But it looks like TJ Medina is suited up, ready to go in his catching gear. So whoever he's warmed up, could possibly have 2 swaps here, but has not made the call yet. So maybe sticking with the pitcher that's got us here. Looks like CJ is coming on to catch, which is not a substitution. TJ is already in the batting order.
He may pull Carlson out as a possible, finish this game guy on the mound, even though he just caught.
I don't know. I'd be surprised at that decision. All right, here we go back to the action. Leave with a 2-0 count to the batter. And there's a strike, fouled off, straight back at the backstop.
Right there.
And another strike. Fouled off straight back into the net. Batters just missed both of those pitches. But they count for the good guys. 2-2 count. Squared up. Here we go. Trip Morris in the stretch. And gets a ground ball to the right side. The A.J. Kramer comes up and gobbles up. Makes the second out of the inning. Very, very good job right there by Tripp coming after the visit to the mound. He throws 3 straight strikes. He was down in the count 2-0, comes back and throws 3 straight strikes in a row. 2 that got fouled off, and 1 was just an easy ground ball for A.J. Kramer at first base. Although the runner did move up from second to third. And there's another pitch just missed high. Brad, while we were away, I did see that Costin went to the dugout, took off his catching equipment, got his glove, and went to the bullpen to play toss with Christian Thompson, one of our other catchers. So they may be warming Costin up for a possible 6th inning pitching performance to try and kind of close this game out. Because this game is, like we've already talked about, it's very important to both teams. It would move Team Alabama to a 3-0 record and probably punch our ticket to the championship bracket. But if Team Southeast loses, it will definitely ruin their chances for a possible championship bracket. And there's a ball lifted on the infield. It looks like Trip Morris will be settling under it, calling it, and makes it in foul territory to retire the side and send us to the 6th inning with Team Alabama up 4-1. What a fantastic job by Trip Morris there. Had kind of lost his command a little bit by throwing 6 balls in a row, walking 1 batter, a pitch hitter, but came back, gets a ground ball and then a pop-up to himself, helping himself out. What a fantastic job there, Brad, by Trip Morris to end that inning.
Yeah, that was, he just, sometimes, man, if you can fill up the zone, just fill it up, especially at this point in the game.
It does move us to the 6th inning, what we anticipate being the last inning of the game. Looks like there's only potentially about 10 minutes left in the time limit, the 2-hour time limit.
Yeah.
It would be very, very difficult to go past this inning and not retire those 10 minutes. Just might want to.
Another tidbit: this team now they burned a pitcher yesterday.
Yep.
Who threw the whole game and only gave up 2 runs. Did well, but he's done for the tournament. This kid has. He's
really
also
done a good job.
He's also pitched very well, but he should be burned because he's been in for 4 or 5 innings now. So
this will be his at least 4th inning of work. So he would be burned for tomorrow.
Right.
For any bracket play chances as well. But as long as Team Alabama, what I'd really like to see is Team Alabama have a strong inning right here and played a couple of extra runs to give us give Coach Miller some insurance runs, and that way he can make a decision on his pitching. Do you bring in Mahan as the closer just to go ahead and finish the game off, which I like that decision, even though you're trying to save Mahan for bracket play, it would be a bracket play starting pitcher. Throwing 1 inning is nothing he's never done before.
I was about to say, he's done that plenty of times.
You are 100. But we've got.
I like the arm slot difference though that Carlson has over
Trip Morris.
Tripp's kind of been over the top, and they've barreled a few. And Carlson have a little different look.
He does. He's got a little bit more velo as well. But the official wants a bat picked up that's outside the dugout. Although Team Northeast has left a bat and their weights outside their dugout the entire ball game. Nothing has been said to that side. But we'll let that ride. That's strike 1 on TJ. TJ came in there for that last batter to retire that side as a catcher. So he's been a pinch hitter and a pinch catcher in this ball game. There's a swing and miss by TJ.
It's real nice having multiple catchers, multiple pitchers, obviously.
Gives a coach a lot of... Ooh, there's a pitch on the inside that he takes. It was close. Pitcher wanted that one. It's like a 3-2 count, if I'm not mistaken. And that ball is
well
smoked, but foul.
Yeah.
Well over the fence.
Pitcher threw that inside and he turned on it.
Pitcher's thinking, I shouldn't throw that pitch again. See if I can get some score updates for some of the other ball games that are probably ending right about right now. And that's a sharp hit. Line drive into left field for a leadoff hit for TJ Medina, showing his ability to swing a bat in this tournament.
We got Ross Christie coming in to run, and more speed.
That's the benefit and the coaching decision of making that catchers. Now TJ is the active catcher who also led off the inning, and now we got Ross Christie come in as the courtesy runner for the catcher. Really good job of strategizing and decision making by Coach Miller down there. Scoring update in the 5th inning, we have Mississippi, who we have a lot of players that we're close with on the Mississippi team, and East Coast. Mississippi's winning 8-3 in a really important ball game for both of those teams who went 1-1 yesterday. So the winner of that ball game, which it looks like it may be Mississippi, will stay alive for the championship bracket. Got several close friends on the Mississippi team and some players that we play travel ball with. And just a little throw over to first base to try and keep Ross Christie a step closer. Even though we do have a left-handed pitcher, I feel
probably not.
Christie gets back with a dive to first base. His yellow oven mitt.
Some kid got thrown out at home.
Just got hosed at home plate with a little bit of a collision, it looked like. There's a strike called on A.J. Kramer.
Yeah, they were cheering, and then the cheering kind of stopped.
Yeah, really quick, really quick. A lot of excitement on the field behind us. Those plays at home are always exciting with a throw coming in from the outfield. And it's amazing how many times got to play here. And does not. First baseman makes another. That's his second really nice catch in foul territory. Caught one in the last inning that we thought was going to carry him over the fence and got all the way to the fence, and it backed up on him. He made a catch falling on his back. Looked like there, right as he was about to make the catch, he slipped and fell to the ground. Here we have Christian Thompson.
He's checked in, right? This is his first time.
Yes, he
struck it.
He would be batting for Costin Mahan, who could potentially come back in and re-enter as the pitcher. Here's Ross Christie, still second, and the throw gets away from second. He gets over to third base. Huge play there from Ross Christie, stealing the base and getting to third for Christian Thompson, a very accomplished hitter.
Yeah.
Now with one out, you've got a runner 90 feet from the bag. Oh! That is a sharp hit. Ground ball screaming down the third base line that almost caught Ross Christie in the leg, but he was able to dodge his way out of it. I believe there's one out. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, no, you're right, because the infielders are in.
Yeah, they are in. Yeah. So you got infield in on the grass, just almost on the grass. Trying to keep that run from scoring. And Christian Thompson takes the ball low. Love to see Christian with a base hit driving this run, but a sac fly would do just as well for me. And there's a pitch that just misses on the inside, almost got away from the catcher, but he's done a really, really good job. With a lot of cheering from the other side. Looks like we had a walk-off win on the field right beside us. After the play at home, somebody else knocked in. We have a dog pile on that other field right beside. Oh, there's a ball that caught Christian Thompson in the rib cage.
Yeah, you can tell it kind of.
But it probably hurt the ball more than it hurt Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball out.
But it brings up Harlem Fuller to the plate with runners on the corner. The middle infielders do back up into double play depth. Coach Miller calls time to Sam Ridley is going to be a pinch runner. He has been the courtesy runner for the catcher a couple of times and the pitcher, but he is now going to he's actually pinch running. So he's being entered into the lineup as a pinch runner for Christian Thompson, who replaced Costin Mahan. So this is the third person in this spot. But Costin Mahan is still, I believe he went to go warm up as a pitcher. He's still eligible to come back in to be re-entered as the pitcher in that position if Coach Miller decides to do that. We have a little small ball right here with Ross Crispy coming to the plate, and the pitcher has a little problem handling it, but he is able to throw Harlem Fuller out at first base, and Ross Crispy does score the 5th run.
Hey, good job, Harlem. Attaboy.
Harlem squared the bunt. The only thing he did wrong there is he bunted it right back at the pitcher, but the pitcher bobbled it for just a moment. Racing in.
He was on top of that.
Ross was breaking to home as soon as that ball was bunted, and he was. If the pitcher had fielded it cleanly, he might have had a play at home, but because he bobbled it, he made the decision to go to first base. And Campbell Tillman, oh my goodness. Campbell Tillman fouls a ball off to the first base side, and that first baseman makes his third dramatic catch in foul territory. It does look like we'll have a pitching change. We'll have Costin Mahan going to the mound with a 5-1 lead. There was a big run by Team Alabama there to get a 4-run lead and see if Costin Mahan can attack this lineup and close out this game on the mound.
Yeah, you know, you could have, with that insurance run, brought Tripp back out, but Tripp's probably getting a little long-winded.
Yeah, Tripp's pushing 80 pitches, and you got some big guns that are sitting in the dugout ready to go. Costin's very
well, and this game's real critical.
Costin's ready to go and can come in and slam the door shut. He's been used mostly through his career as a starting pitcher, but he has also come in and closed ball games before, and so this is nothing out of the ordinary for Costin, and he will not be rattled or shaken by the situation.
Tripp is sitting at 86 pitches. 86 pitches,
very nice.
He pitched well. He gave up 4 hits. That's well. 5 innings, 4 hits.
Only 3 strikeouts, but let me tell you, those 3 strikeouts came in monumental moments.
Yes.
One of which was with bases loaded. To get the third out of the inning. I guess that was probably back in about the bottom of the second, bottom of the third inning. But what we need for Costin Mahan is just to work right here and get ahead of batters and use his full arsenal of pitches. He can run his fastball up to about, usually sits around 79, 80 miles an hour, but he's running all the way up to 82 miles an hour. 6'2", 215-pound pitcher here. Let's see if he is up to the task to shut this door to Northeast and possibly possibly, not a guarantee, but possibly punch the ticket for Team Alabama into the championship bracket. All right, looks like everybody is set to start here. This is the bottom of the 6th inning. Costin's ready to deliver his first pitch, which is taken low in the zone for ball number 1. Another ball low. Just need Costin to settle in and throw his first strike right here. Another call ball low that he didn't much appreciate. Thought he got that one across for a strike. So a 3-0 count. Hey, come right at him, kid. And then we have ball 4 called on the inside corner. Hey, let's go. All right, we have number 4, a lefty, batting for Northeast with the runner, leadoff runner at first base. And there's a strike 1 on the inside corner. See if that'll get Costin rolling right here. And really like a ball's low on the inside, missing the zone. See if number 8 can get dialed in with the zone. And foul ball back to the net. So 1-2 count.
There we go.
For the big pitcher. Nice ground ball right here. Turn double play would be nice to help out the pitcher. And I didn't mean
Nice
to
pitch.
check swing. Fouls the ball off, out of play. Still 1-2 count. See if Costin they decide to attack the batter with. He's thrown several pitches inside, see if he wants to work away from him. And that ball's lifted out of play, foul territory. Almost hit a group of fans watching the game on the next field. They all ducked and ran for cover. 1-2 count. Ball turns. Official turns around to the scores table and tells him he's out of balls. The ball we have in play right now is our last ball until we get some more. See if Costin can get this strikeout or a ground ball. Really good pitch. It's a fly ball hit at Nate Malone, which this is not a broken record, but he makes it look easy.
He makes it look like it's a routine, and the ball is hit well.
That ball is a line drive.
Line drive, what you practice to do.
Right. There's nothing more that batter could have done.
I mean, then you
But it
run
counts
into
for-
guys like that.
Counts for out 1 for Team Alabama. With Costin Mahan on the mound.
That's why as they get older and more professional, it becomes harder to hit 300. Have a 300 average because of guys like that.
This game is not easy. And Costin starts with a breaking ball on the inside corner for ball 1. Time has expired, so Team Alabama can record 2 more outs. That ball is going to find gap. Kind of a little blooper over shortstop's head. Harlem and Nate ran into each other, and Harlem lost his glove. Nate flips it to him. But Northeast does have some runners on first and second. The next batter. Costin in a little bit of a jam here with a nice strike there to start this at bat out. Let's go, kid. A little encouragement to the pitcher from the broadcast booth. And another really nice strike spotted up there on the outside corner of the plate. 0-2 count here for Costin Mahan on the mound. He comes set. Really can throw anything he wants here. And we have a ground ball up the middle, which Bryant Wisdom scoops up, makes the out at second. Fires it over for the tries to make the double play. Really outstanding.
Made the double play.
Almost made the game-ending double play.
I mean, Tripp picks that ball, but he had to come off the bag.
Really was important that he picked the ball because it kept the runner at first and third, kept the run from scoring. But we do have 2 outs now for Costin Mahan on the mound. Really nice play by the shortstop of keeping that ball on the infield, period. But then the awareness to go tag the bag for an out for the second out of the inning. So now we are one pitch away from a potential victory. Austin checks his runners, comes set. And there's a ground ball to second base to Evan Cox. This should do it for Team Alabama. And yes, sir. Absolutely. Just a nice, easy ground ball. Tipper cap to
he made a good play on it.
Defense.
It had a little tricky hop, and then he made it look easy.
Yeah, this one of the coaches remarked yesterday that this turf here is not as smooth as some of the fields that we play on, and you can get some little wild hops off this turf. But really good job, a really good game of Team Alabama of holding Northeast to only 1 run through 6 innings, and the final is 5-1 Team Alabama. Team Alabama moves to 3-0 now in bracket play with their next game up against California National, one of the premier teams, best teams in this entire field of play. So we'll have our work cut out for us with Team California. But we are in hopes that win there secures our spot potentially in the championship bracket. Really good job, Coach Miller, coaching the players up right there. Very proud of Tripp Morris, going 5 innings on the mound right there and doing a job for his team. Didn't have to use many pitchers. Costin Mahan coming in for the save situation in the 6th inning, although a couple of batters did get on base. He was able to pitch around it with ground balls to Wisdom and ground ball to Cox to get us out of the bottom of the 6th and to secure the win 5-1.
And we're sitting really nice in our pool standings. We're at number 3.
Okay.
We're 3-0, have allowed 4. Now Texas is ahead of us at 3-0, and they've allowed 3, which we knew Texas is going to be one of the teams. And then California National, they've yet to play today, but they're 2-0,
right,
and only allowed 1 run. Who we play next?
I believe California. Let's see. Northeast, I believe, is set to play Hawaii. Team Hawaii has just come on the field over in right field, warming up to play, and there's not another team, so it looks like Northeast must be playing back-to-back right here. But with their record 1-2, it pretty much eliminates them from contention.
Well, they don't need to give up any runs because I believe there's 5 pools. The top 2 of each pool.
No, that's incorrect. It's the top 12 overall. It's not top 2 from each pool.
Oh, top 12 overall.
Overall records is what they're counting.
So there will be a 2-2 team
potentially in
potentially
the bracket.
sneak in, but
Maybe
it'll
that
only be
11
like 1 or 2 teams.
Maybe that 11 or 12 spot.
But maybe I could be wrong, but
You got to feel like Team Northeast they've definitely in the last 2 ball games thrown some of their best arms, trying to win these games against Team Alabama and Team California. And here we have Trip Morris coming up to the backstop. And do we have another player of the game? Yeah. All right, so back-to-back games here for number 27, Trip Morris. You know, I asked you, Trip, yesterday, you played first base and shortstop in the game 2 yesterday, and I asked you which one was your favorite position. And you didn't pick either one of those positions. You said, as I told your father last night at dinner, you said you wanted to pitch. And pitch you did. You went 5 strong innings, I believe 86 pitches.
Yeah.
And so really kept a good hitting team off the boards. Only 1 run was scored on a pitch that got to the backstop. And just tell us a little bit how you felt on the mound today for those 5 strong innings.
I felt like I was able to command when I wasn't overthrowing, and I felt like I was able to like throw it more in the zone, just pitch to contact because I had a good defense behind me.
Yeah.
Just able to be more free on the mound.
I tell you what, tell us how good it feels when you see balls come off the barrel in the air to the outfield, and you know that those outfielders can go track down any ball. I mean, Nate Malone made some fantastic catches out in outfield, but he made them look like they were routine and easy. How does that make you feel as a pitcher standing on the mound?
I just love it. You know, I feel like I can pitch it anywhere, they hit it anywhere, it's going to be an out.
You know, Brad and I remarked, as long as the ball stayed in the park, we had a chance to catch it, and that shortens innings for catchers or for pitchers, and he did a really good job. So congratulations to Trip Morris and Team Alabama on their 3-0 start here at the Perfect Game All-State Games. Thank you, Trip. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll sign off at this time. A really great game by Team Alabama, winning 5-1 against Team Northeast. And we will play our next ball game at 12:30 Central Standard Time. 12:30 here still on Field 5 at the Premier Baseball Park in Texas. We want to thank you all for viewing and following, and the comments that we get from text and encouragement to continue our broadcast. Thank you, my partner Brad Sharpless in the job he did, and congratulate Coach Robinson and Coach Miller on a great game that they